So let's kind of go about last week. I mean, obviously, the running game was a little bit better last week. I mean, what do you kind of attribute that to? And Cole was just telling us he felt like the game plan was really good last week. So how do you kind of keep that rolling this week?
Yeah, I thought there was some good things that we did against Alabama, and being able to run the football like we did was something that was, I think, building confidence in our guys. Right? Obviously, there's always things that we got to clean up. Coach Friend, Coach Schmidt, Coach Hughes, Coach Knox as our quality control, helping out in the run game stuff. I mean, the guys do a great job of really putting the game plan together all together. And so there were some things that we were pleased with. But obviously, right, we got to get better.
We obviously struggled a little bit with interceptions and everything. At the big game against South Carolina, what did you see in the Alabama game that really caused them to struggle?
Yeah, crucial mistake right in the 2 minute into the half turnover there. And learning from those situations and making sure that we're not making those same mistakes twice, and really understanding the flow of the game there. And then on the other interception that we had, there was miscommunication, right, on a little bit of a protection breakdown, but at the end of the day, Will is very conscious of knowing that we've got to protect the football, and you can't win games like that turning the football over. We've got to continue to stress ball security and and put our guys in those situations where they can protect the football and they've got nice clean throws.
You mentioned the interception there right before the half. Looking back on that, is that a situation where moving forward you would feel comfortable, trying to have the foot on the pedal again, or do you think that would be somewhere where maybe you go a bit more conservative?
Yeah, there was like a minute 3 left, and we had used our timeouts to try to get us an opportunity. And I think in games like that, you got to be as aggressive as you can. And so, sure, can you look back and go, well, we could have ran the ball there and then gone to halftime. That wasn't the type of game that we needed to play to beat Alabama. We needed to be aggressive. So, I'd do it again, and hopefully we wouldn't turn the ball over again.
What are you seeing right now out of this offensive line? It seems it's been obviously they've a lot of returning guys, but it's a new system for them. So, have you seen some coming along at this point?
I do. That's a good question. I see us gaining confidence. I really do. We had the South Carolina week where these guys were really good in protection and our play action stuff and giving us plenty of time, pushing the ball downfield, not only in play action but in 6-man protection. And then, this week run game wise, I felt like they had a confidence level that they can run the football on anybody. So now what we've got to be able to do is make sure that we combine those, right? And we get our passing game and our run game all meshed up together where we're all clicking as, one full, diverse, multiple unit.
Speaking of combining things, you're using a good bit of 4 wides at times, then you come in with a true tight end, Antonio at tight end. You're just kind of using all sorts of receiver combinations out there, calling on air raid stuff and then classic run game stuff. Is that just more confidence the team can do these things as the season goes on?
Yeah, it's really about the personnel that you got and the schemes that we're trying to get executed. And, you might go into a 10 personnel group because this guy's a little bit better route runner, or you might be in 11 personnel because, this guy's a better blocker on the perimeter. Now, the key is you got to make sure that you're mixing enough of that and quality controlling yourself so that defensive guys, don't know every time you put this guy in, you're throwing or running. But we're trying to incorporate, Creed as much as we can in some of the 10 personnel stuff. And then, Harmon's done a good job and has created some plays, not only as a tight end, but, as a receiver catching the ball in the flat. So, for us, it's really about, what we have available that week and what gives us, the best chance to, just move the ball forward.
We talked last week about Woody and some injury aspects in another instance on Saturday. How is that, I guess, now that it's becoming a bit of a trend, I guess, affect you as a play caller, maybe changing things up to help him be healthy throughout the rest of the year?
Yeah, Woody is a really important piece to this offense, and like we talked about last week. I mean, Woody's the toughest dude to know. With that being said, I thought Pitt, played really well against Alabama, and it gives. I've got confidence in all of our guys, and it gives guys other opportunities. But Woody, he's going to be he's tough kid, man. He's going to battle and he'll be there. But you know, we've got 7 games in the regular season remaining, and we got to make sure that Woody is an important piece of that.
You mentioned Pitt kind of coming along there. You know, obviously it's a little bit of transition for him coming from junior college, but where have you seen him progress just throughout the first, few weeks of the season?
Yeah, I thought he's progressed, tremendously from spring ball on. And it's a lot of offense and there's a lot of different schemes, but Pitt is a guy that, man, he's a gamer, and when he gets his opportunity on Saturday nights, he makes plays, and it's never too big for him. The JUCO to SEC transition, that matters none to Pitt, right? He is if you give him an opportunity and give him the ball, been really pleased with the success that he's had.
You mentioned 7 games left. Is there any thought now, given how the season's going, that maybe you can find some time for some of the true freshmen to get their 4 games in or less like that, and some guys that maybe need snaps before you see them in spring ball?
Yeah, that's a great question too. Those conversations are ongoing, and hopefully we're in a situation where some young guys are able to play and get some valuable snaps in.
Will was talking about the way he's been able to bounce ideas off Mike Wright and kind of talk to him on the sidelines. How have you seen Mike kind of embrace his role so far, and kind of the patience he has? Obviously he's a guy that probably like to see the field a bit more as well.
Yeah, those two, they've got a great relationship and they're very supportive, and I think it's really important when guys have been in that starting role and they understand the support that you need from the others in the room. Mike, obviously he's had some great success in the opportunities that he's had, and we'll continue to grow his package as well.
Thank you, Coach.